beautiful little unicorns, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is the first time that you're on my channel, please allow for me to introduce myself to you. My name's Vanessa Somuayina. You guys know me as your big sis from the internet, as well as your favorite psychic medium right here on YouTube. And in today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are going to be uncovering the next big changes that are happening in your life. And in order to help you figure out what these next big changes are, I have prepared 3 groups for you to choose from, and I would like you to pick one of these 3 groups intuitively. And just as a little disclaimer, if you absolutely cannot make up your mind between 2 groups, remember your personal reading might be a mixture between 2 different groups. And for all of you who want absolutely private readings, check out Psychic CEO below in the description box and take the assessment on my website, because Psychic CEO isn't for everyone. There will be a select group of you that I will see on the inside. Alright you guys, let's get into the 3 groups that I've got prepared for you today. Group number 1 corresponds to the Millennial Tarot as well as the Black Obsidian Crystal. Group number 2 corresponds to the Dreams of Gaia Tarot deck as well as the Howlite Crystal. And group number 3 corresponds to the Orion's Animal Tarot as well as the Amazonite Crystal. And of course, the timestamps to all 3 of these groups can be found below in the description box, as well as pinned to the top of the comment section for quick and easy access from your mobile devices, your tablets, your laptops, and your TVs. So I will now provide you with a little moment of privacy. Feel free to pause the video right here if you need a little longer to meditate on these 3 groups, and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. Feel free to put on this psychic prediction podcast style, because I know a lot of you like to listen into my readings to fall asleep to, or as you're running errands and doing things around your homes. Alright, so as promised, I'll give you your moment of privacy, and then I'll be right back to guide you into your readings. Alright, my gorgeous soul, by now you've hopefully been able to select one of these 3 groups. I will be getting into your reading, starting off with group number 1, which corresponds to the Millennial Tarot deck as well as the Black Obsidian Crystal. So if this is the group that you chose, then simply continue watching. And to my other 2 beautiful groups, I will catch you at the click of your timestamps. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Millennial Tarot deck as well as the Black Obsidian Crystal. Let's do a quick close-up of the crystal of your choice. So this is the Black Obsidian Crystal. It's a very protective stone. Its black color means that it absorbs any negative or unwanted energies. So because we are going to be figuring out the next big changes coming towards you, absorbing negative energies is the best possible starting scenario for your reading, and you might have intuitively felt drawn to this crystal because of that. But now let's get into it. We've got the Lovers card. So I see here that the next big change that's coming towards you is in love, and you're unexpectedly going to be meeting someone. The Tinderists, of course, points to meeting someone online, but I do also want you to be open to meeting someone IRL, in real life, in person. There's a big change coming toward your love life, and you're going to feel like finally negativity has been cleansed and cleared from your love life, and now you can enjoy love. So for singles, obviously that means your love life is changing in the status of who you are, going from single to engaged to married. For those of you who are already in a committed relationship, I want you to watch out for your love life changing and having more fun together. The Page of Vibes shows us here that there is going out that is coming as a change soon. A house DJ, going to a party, going to a get-together that you wouldn't usually do, group number 1. And I do want you to know, meeting somebody in real life, if you're currently not on any dating apps, is going to happen while you're out and about and there is house music playing. If you are currently on dating apps, I see here that you will be attracting someone who's wearing a black leather jacket. They are a DJ, they work in music, they're a producer, and I see that they're pretty successful. Furthermore, group number 1, the next big change that is coming towards you within temperance is that actually you are finding you need less things to be happy, and eco-friendliness means that you're saving more. So for example, instead of having a matcha every single day from a coffee shop, you're just learning how to make it at home. Instead of having a healthy lunch, a salad, a bowl, something outside of your kitchen, and your home, you're simply learning some simple yet super delicious and healthy recipes, and you're bringing like a to-go cup with you. So the big change that's happening is that this adds up. You end up saving a lot of money by investing once in a Stanley cup or once in a matcha kit to make it at home, but you get to benefit from it over and over again. And in the page of thoughts, I see that you're starting a new series that you're becoming obsessed with. I know a lot of people right now, they're obsessed with sirens. A couple years ago, it was the Vampire Diaries. I see that something a little mystical, a little dark, and very mysterious is drawing you towards your screen. The page of thoughts shows here, ooh, we have another card that popped right out of the pile. You're going to do so while you are on the treadmill, while you are on the stationary bike, or you're on a walking pad. The Queen of Vibes shows that you're stepping into your baddie era, which means your most best looking era, and it doesn't matter whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or 60s. I have viewers of every age range, and you can look fantastic at any age. Personally, I like to think that I age like fine wine, and I like to think that my subscribers are doing the exact same. And when you program your mind to see yourself as looking better, being healthier, being fitter, then you actually start to behave that way too. You start to go to the gym more, you start to walk more, you start to focus on your health. And I see that rather than just watching a show and letting time pass by, you are combining things with one another, healthy habits that you are stacking together. I see here within judgment that judging yourself is something you've done very harshly in the past. And the change that's coming towards you is that I also see through watching reality TV and others TV series, you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I've actually not done all that bad for myself. In judgment and a page of thoughts in this fly, I do see here that negative thoughts are leaving your life. Negativity is going away. Self-judgment is starting to evaporate, because not only are you seeing that there's no point in it, but you're also living proof that you just continue to get better, to grow, and to look more attractive too. The Nine of Wands shows that you're standing up for yourself. The next big change is that you're going from just being an empath and kind of having a little bit of doormat energy to standing up for yourself in many ways. I'm getting financially too. There are some bills where you have overpaid, some services for which you have been overcharged, and you're actually complaining about it. You're complaining about it, you're writing the emails, you're making the phone calls that were too uncomfortable for you to make before. The Nine of Wands also tells me you're stepping into being more free because you're caring less about what others think about you. Now, the Page of Pentacles tells me you're actually someone who's super innovative. You're very creative, you're very smart. And the Suit of Pentacles is the suit of things in the earthly realm. So your career, your time management, and your health. And the Page of Pentacles shows me here that you have a very young, fun energy. So even if you're not, for example, in your late teens anymore, you still understand the terminology that young people are using. You still understand how they speak, their words. You understand what they like and what they're passionate about. So that makes you always connected with all generations. Even as you get older, you're not aging like an old person. You are actually aging like someone who will forever be connected to the youth and forever be able to have fun with people who are way older than you but also much younger, which makes you very approachable. The Three of Cups tells me here that right now, group number one, Whenever you go out, you're attracting all eyes to be on you. The Three of Cups is a message that as a big change, you're going out more. You're dressing up in a way that you haven't in a long time, and you're going out. Now, in correlation to the Lovers, if you're single, this makes sense because there's a friend in your life that's motivating you to go out, to have fun, to dance, to invest in yourself. If you are in a committed relationship, group number 1, the Three of Cups actually is a symbol that not only are you having more fun, but you're doing so with your romantic partner or spouse. Now, I want us to add some letters into this reading because Spirit wants you to have a message. I can sense that. We have BAA. So BAA shows us here that ABBA, okay, listening to ABBA, going somewhere where ABBA is playing, having a good time. I want you to know that even if you're not super familiar with this band, with this music, you for sure heard it before. And it's actually ABBA, but phonetically, ABBA hits the nail on the head. And with the Three of Cups, which is the party card, I see you even considering going to a concert of this type of genre of music. Now, the Knight of Pentacles tells me you will be invited to a concert. I'm getting that also here with the Page of Vibes. The Knight of Pentacles shows that there's a hot date that you're going on. Again, singles, this is a new person. Those of you who are in a relationship, this shows you are being invited by someone who's courting you, someone who wants to impress you, someone who wants to date you. The Knight of Pentacles shows this is a hardworking person. That's why we've got the B. They don't have a lot of time, but they don't show that. Your Knight of Pentacles is someone who is very strapped for time. They don't have a lot of time. They work a lot and they're very successful. I'm getting dark curly hair in this Knight of Pentacles person, but they don't want you to feel like you are a burden. They don't want you to feel like they are missing out on work opportunities because they're out with you or dating you. So they're the type of person that will make sure that you never feel that way whatsoever. Moving more deeply into your reading, we've got justice. If you are in a legal battle, group number 1, justice will be served. If you know that you are legally right, don't worry. Don't feel like, oh my God, is this going to work out for me? Is this going to go well? Yes, it is, group number 1, but you have to remain balanced. Stop overthinking and worrying and getting worked up about a result that is still to come. It's coming soon, and it is one where justice will be served. If you know you're in the right, you have nothing to worry about. I know it's stressful, group number 1, but you're going to get through this with flying colors, without any further issues and any further costs. Let's move more deeply into your reading. We've got perception. The way that people perceive you is going to change, group number 1. Change is in how people perceive you. I see that people are starting to perceive you as larger than life, as bigger than you perceive yourself as. We've got this cape and this very regal looking type of clothing, and I see that the better you dress, the more intimidating that you are to people, and also the more age appropriate things seem. So you have a baby face, you look young, you look younger than your actual biological age, but depending on how you dress, how you do your hair, if you wear makeup the way that you wear your makeup, people perceive you very differently depending on the clothes that you wear and the way that you present yourself in materials. So by materials, I mean clothing, I mean accessories, I mean even jewelry that you're wearing. Wearing a wedding ring or an engagement ring, or even just wearing that ring on the finger that presents engagement or being married, even if you're not married or engaged, it makes people instantly think that you are more your age and less young, because the baby face is something that as soon as you either open your mouth or you dress more old, more age appropriate, you completely change in the perception that people have of you. Next, you are healing. The next big change is that if you're struggling with something like IBS, if you're struggling with something, group 1, like feeling super depressed, anxious, or you have an actual literal wound, it is healing. It's healing season. It's healing time for you. And I do want you to know here, in connectivity to the owl that showed up in Justice, you're only healing because you're finally making yourself heal. What does that mean? You are finally taking better care of yourself and your needs. You're not waiting for someone else to do it, because you've realized that while you might be one of these lucky people where someone comes to save you and to make your life better, that doesn't mean that you should wait for that to happen. That doesn't mean that you should wait for the perfect person to enter your life to quote unquote save you. And I do see that a next big change that's coming is that you have an ex that's coming back, group number 1. You're healing from past heartbreak. That takes time. Be patient with yourself. And the thing is, it's almost a little uncomfortable to admit it when you're visibly in another relationship. So you're seeing someone else, you're dating someone else, but you're still thinking about your ex. But you're still checking the chat to see whether they have texted you, especially if they're in the archives or they're in the locked chats. For any of you who are worried about whether your current boyfriend or partner is still in contact with their ex, if you're worried about that, then this is a sign to check. Check their locked chats. Don't say that Vanessa Somuayina told you to do so. Google what locked chats are in WhatsApp. And if they're acting weird around their phone, something is up. This is confirmation for those of you who already have a weird gut feeling about an ex and the person that you're currently seeing. Check in some shape or form. If you have, for example, agreed in your relationship that you're allowed to see someone's phone, then you are not violating their privacy. The thing is, a lot of people make it as though they're okay with you checking their phone because they know you're never going to do it. But when the day comes that you do it because they're acting strange, I do want you to know here that you will reveal secrets. You will come to the bottom of clarity. And again, this is a message for those of you who already feel like there are secrets in the bush. Something is hidden from you. Something isn't being truthful. Someone isn't being truthful, group number 1. And again, disclaimer, this is for those of you who already have a strange gut feeling. This is not for those of you who feel like everything is fine and you're confident in your intuition about that. This is only for those of you who feel like there is something hidden with an ex. If that doesn't apply to you, then this portion of the reading is not something that you need to overthink or worry about. So let's move back deeply into your reading, group number 1. We're coming back to the group number 1 message for the collective in the 10 of Cups, which is one of the best cards you can receive within the tarot. The 10 of Cups represents abundance, fulfillment, and having your desires and needs met emotionally, especially. The 10 of Cups is the suit of relationships. So cups represent water. Water represents your emotions. The number 10 is a number of completion and fulfillment in numerology. The 10 of Cups means that your needs are met, you are fulfilled, and you're happy. So those of you who are not thinking that this ex is here, those of you who aren't worried about secrets, things are going well in your relationships and your connections. Now, the Dawn of Rings tells me here that still it's a time for self-reflection. A big change that's coming for you is that actually you're holding yourself more accountable because you're in a place in your life where you look back and you think, I need to put in a little bit more effort. I need for things to happen more quickly for me, because if I'm really slow at making progress, I'm not going to have the life that I want. So you're investing in ways how you can become better. Because I see here in the 7 of Swords, life often has setbacks that are thrown your way, and that confuses you. Like, for example, a situationship texting you out of the blue again, and you get attached just for them to do the same thing to you, to ghost you again. Or a frenemy who all of a sudden reveals that all of this time they felt weird about you. They felt like something was not good about you, but they never told you. And I see here that when you level up, you will see that that's how people start to behave. You will start to see who is a true friend and who really values you and who actually is starting to get jealous. Now, the Queen of Rings shows me that you're becoming even more successful in your career. So you're super generous. You've always been generous, but the more resources you have, it's like the more you can give. The more time you have, the more energy you give to those that you love, the more abundance, resources that you have, the more you help other people out. And I do want you to know here in the Queen of Rings that this also means, as already mentioned, there are some people who are jealous and who wish they were in the same position that you're in, group number 1. Stay away from that type of negative energy. There's also a reason why you chose the black obsidian crystal to help guide you. And that is because your guides are trying to say to you, stay away from those type of people. They don't deserve your presence. You shouldn't be around them. And we'll add one more message into this reading before I clear and cleanse the space. So this is a word message, group number 1. This is a very clear message from your guides. Oh, we've got September. Of all of the months we could have gotten, we got September, which is exactly the month during which I am channeling these messages, group number 1. So depending on when you're watching this, you might think, oh, why is September so special? Well, it's because it's the month that I'm channeling these messages in. In the Gregorian calendar, the 9th month of the year, which lasts 30 days, the 9th month of the year between August and October. The number 9 is also the number of Sagittarius. And September with the number 9 means that we are close to a culmination. We're close to another big change that's coming towards you. And on that note, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and I'll be back for us to delve even more deeply into your reading, group number 1, because there are far more messages to unravel for you. Simply continue to enjoy, relax, lean back, receive your reading, and I'll be right back for us to figure out more of these messages that the universe has for you about the next big changes that are coming towards your life. Hello, my lovely soul of group number 1, and welcome back. Did you miss me, group number 1? Let's move even more deeply into your reading, shall we, to see what next big changes are coming towards you. Oh, we've got the thorns as well as birth. So even through a challenging situation, a birth is still coming next. That's a big change because this is an unexpected birth. The universal energy brings you opportunity and possibilities. So birth is a literal birth, but I also want you to know here with thorns, this could mean birthing a business or birthing something you've always wanted to create into life, despite the fact that it wasn't so easy to get there. Weathering the challenges ahead will bring in a new and positive future. If you have a book, a tarot deck, a tarot channel, if you're a coach or a healer, a teacher, someone who helps others, I want you to know that you are meant to shine, group number 1. And I know sometimes it's hard to be seen, or it's hard to overcome the fear of being seen, but your creations deserve to be birthed into life. You deserve to actually put yourself out there and see how successful that you become. The mountain shows this. The mountain brings a message of knowing that you are protected as you face challenges but remain cautious. The image of the mountain shows protection. We've got master number 22 here in the mountain. Thorns was 31, birth was the number 4. In correlation to master number 22, I see that because your intentions are pure, you will always be protected by your angels and by your guides. The mountain also shows here that you're going to watch something with mountains, Swiss Alps, or even mountaineering, such as 14 Peaks is the documentary on Netflix. If you haven't watched it and you want to watch something super inspiring, go and watch 14 Peaks. You're not going to regret it. And I do see here for you that you're overcoming any type of challenges with ease next. And that's a big change, because here in destiny, I see that the reunion and the connection with your twin flame is a destined event. You can't run away from who you're meant to become and who you're meant to be with romantically. I see that you have thought to yourself you're not 100% sure. Destiny also tells us here that a lot of things you are meant to do in this life were already written before you were born. There was already a plan for who you're meant to be. So if you look at, for example, singers like Beyonce, and you think to yourself, this is someone who was born to do this. Or you look at Warren Buffett, a born investor. You look at Elon Musk, a born entrepreneur. You look at Simone Biles, a born Olympic gymnast. That's what I see here in destiny for you, and you're on the right path. If you have been wondering, Group 1, whether you're on the right path, remember that this is your sign that you are, because this isn't just showing up coincidentally. The message we're getting in right path is that love is a beautiful journey and you're on the right path. If you're single, you're on the right path to your destined soulmate. Or in a situationship, I want to remind you that everything is happening in the way that it should. And destiny and birth shows that you are destined to have a birth in your life that is life-changing. Whether that is the birth of your own child or the birth of a child that changes everything about how you view love and life. I want you to know here within Reconsider that if you thought to yourself that expanding your family is not happening for you, some reconsideration and some big changes are happening during a time in your life where you're going through spiritual enlightenment. Be open to it, Group number 1, because I know sometimes we think that we know exactly what we want and exactly what we don't want. But think back at times where you thought you knew everything, and then it turns out things were completely different than you expected. You didn't get what you wanted, or you got even better or even more after a disappointment. When you really want a job and you don't end up getting it, and in the end you get something way better, that is what I'm referring to. I see here within a strong no, Group number 1, perhaps you're not yet ready to consider or to open up to this new epiphany right now in this very moment. And that's okay. This is just a gentle psychic reading to open up the possibility for you in your thought first, in your mind first, that a new reality can be yours. And right now, you might still have feelings of rejection, feelings of not wanting to be okay with a different reality, but I see that there's much better things in store for you than what you would have settled for. And there's no need to worry, Group number 1. We go through different phases, through different chapters in life, different thoughts and feelings. And if you have been feeling worried, I want you to know within no need to worry that the certainty and the clarification that you needed is here. Your angels and guides are literally saying to you, if you've been a worrywart, if you've been overthinking everything in life, put down the worry, stop the frowning, and stop giving yourself gray hairs unnecessarily. You don't need to worry. All you need to do is enjoy, Group number 1. Has anyone ever told you that? You don't need to worry, all you need to do is enjoy? Well, I told you now. And don't freak out, Group number 1. We received a death card next. Why I'm saying this to you is because in correlation to birth, this just shows a big transition coming in your life. Because when there's the death of an old chapter, it makes space for the birth of a new one. When there's the death of an old identity, it makes space for you to become a newer, better version of yourself that is more in love with their life, that is more successful, that has stronger boundaries, that has better people in your life, that has stronger boundaries, that has better people in their life who truly love you, who truly care about you and know how to show it. And I see here within the devil that it's been a long time coming, especially if you've had someone that you've allowed in and out of your life to disrespect you, to make you feel unsure, unlovable. That is coming to an end. I see the death of that connection. I also see the death of an ex, so not literally, but the energetic death. Like the ties are being cut, the cord is not there anymore, And I do want you to know here within death and the devil that this is a very positive change that's coming for you next. We also have the Nine of Coins, and as the topic of this reading is the next big changes that are unexpected that are coming towards you, I see that you have more being given to you than you even know what to do with. As you can see here in the Nine of Coins, this person is receiving coins from every corner of the card, but they seem bored. They seem kind of almost annoyed by it, almost annoyed that they're receiving abundance. And I do see here that you're the type of person, you don't need fake friends. You don't need people who like you just because they think they can benefit from you. You don't need to show off with flashy designer things. And you also don't need a lot to be happy. You need security in the earthly realm, sure, but the Nine of Coins shows that hanging around people who identify through their belongings or are only happy when they're spending a lot of money, that's just not for you, group number one. You're a deep person, an authentic person, someone who doesn't like small talk and surface level conversation and intemperance. What's coming next as a change is that you are distancing yourself from people who can't have deep conversations or who immediately get worked up or angry if you ask them questions that go deep. Because you can feel when someone is lying, you can feel when someone isn't telling the truth, and when you call it out and they behave in a way that is super defensive, for you there's no point, there's no sense in carrying on that type of relationship. And I see that you have understood not all that glitters is gold, and anything that is just glitter or that is just basically poop covered in glitter, you're rejecting. You don't want it in your life. You're not making space for it. You're no longer allowing it, group number one, because it's just draining you. The Eight of Cups is a symbol of walking away from things that no longer serve you. And it sounds really harsh, especially if you're an empath, to just, oh, I'm just walking away from what doesn't serve me. It's like you can only stay if you're serving me. Group number one, that is the foundation of self-respect and self-love. Never forget that walking away from anyone who doesn't quote-unquote serve you means that you're walking away from people who make you feel less than. You're walking away from people who make you feel worse than if you were without them. You're walking away from people who don't respect your boundaries. It's necessary proof to yourself that you deserve more and you deserve better. And when you do that, I see that the change that comes here in the Four of Cups is that automatically your circle becomes smaller, group number one. But that's normal, and don't overthink it. Just because you don't have a huge group of friends or people, it doesn't mean that you're less happy, because trust me, a lot of people who have so many friends, so many acquaintances, so many individuals that they have around them or that seem to be in contact with them, those people aren't the happiest. People with big friend groups are often the ones that suffer from the most drama, have the most people who are frenemies, who aren't really authentically in their corner, who are only with them for benefiting. And when you select your friends carefully, quietly, and based on the actions that you've seen, based on how they actually treat you, you have a peaceful life, a better life. You change the connections in your life in a way that makes your life improved, that makes you have fun, and where you're not worried about your safety in relationships, your emotional safety. And I know it sounds really dramatic, but being able to be safe emotionally is a prerequisite of being soft, of being in divine feminine receiving energy, and of actually feeling like you can relax. And relaxation is what's next, because guess what, group number one? There is no need to keep worrying. So group number one, these are the big changes from right now, where you currently are standing or sitting, to what is happening in the upcoming weeks and months in your life. Know that wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. You chose the Dreams of Gaia tarot deck as well as the howlite crystal, and we're going to get straight into your reading, starting off with a little close-up of the crystal of your choice. You might have chosen the howlite because you want lighter energy. You want the changes that are coming towards you to be changes that make your life easier. So let's get straight into your reading and see exactly what's coming towards you next that you absolutely didn't expect. First up, we've got the Ten of Earth, and we have the King of Water. I see complete fulfillment in your relationships. I see that you have a relationship with a water sign, so a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Pisces, who also has this masculine king energy that is going to change your life for the best. And this doesn't have to be romantic. For those of you who are already in a committed relationship, you're already taken. The Ten of Earth shows that this is a mentor, this is a boss, this is someone who can elevate your life in the earthly realm, which means in your career, in your health, in your well-being, because this goes hand in hand. Feeling emotionally safe and also being happy with your life in the earthly realm is a beautiful combination that shows that the next big change is one that makes you feel fulfilled. Next up, you're out of survival mode, and the Seven of Earth shows that what you're integrating into your life next is healthier habits. Eating an apple a day, doing 10,000 steps daily, having green juices, meditating, doing chakra alignments. I do want you to know here in the Seven of Earth, what's coming next is that you're feeling a lot more centered, a lot more grounded, as you can see here in the Seven of Earth. And this individual has a snake wrapped around their neck. What this means is transformation, because when you have healthy habits that you're sticking to, you transform yourself. You transform your health, you transform how you look, you transform how you feel, which means that you transform how you walk into every room. You stand differently, your voice is different, the way that you talk to people is more confident. And I see here within the Three of Knowledge, the Three of Air, that you're learning a lot more too. You're buying some new books, and the change that's coming is that in the past you might have bought books but not read them. But I see you're actually finishing books that you already own and buying new books that you're actually studying and reading. And you're letting go of this need to complete things that don't fulfill you. I think we all have one or two books at least that we started and we feel bad that we never finished them. But think about it. There are millions of books on this earth that you will never have the time to read. Why should you feel bad that you didn't waste more of your time? Which should you feel bad that you didn't waste your limited time trying to get through a book that is clearly not for you? Not every single book will be inspiring to you because not every single author resonates with you. So move on from the things that are making you feel bad for no reason and celebrate the fact that you opened the book to begin with. Next up, we've got the High Priestess and this very mysterious black wolf creature. I'm getting Harry Potter. I'm getting the Prisoner of Azkaban. I'm getting some walls that are being broken through. And I see here in the High Priestess that for you, you have a very magnetic and mysterious, magical aura to you, especially outside of work, all right? At work, you seem like a regular person, but outside of work, it's like you're this black sheep of the family and of the community that nobody actually knows of. The Ten of Swords is a clear sign that it's time for you to end this feeling of putting yourself in a box you don't belong in. I see that group number 2, you've made yourself smaller. You've hidden the fact that, yeah, you like tarot, you like crystals, you like a little spiritual woo-woo things. You do read into synchronicities, and when you see number sequences, they mean something to you. It's not just random to you, and I want you to bring an end to feeling the need to hide or be ashamed of the sides of yourself that are unconventional, because the High Priestess also tells us here that you are a leader. You're the kind of person that others easily feel intimidated by because you have a deep knowledge that is unexplainable and you feel beyond how other people feel. You feel more in every situation. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. It's the genie in the bottle card. We've got a standard poodle here with 9 cups sitting on this cushion. And the Nine of Cups means that your manifestations are becoming a reality. They are coming to fruition. The Nine of Cups here shows that you are thriving. Next, what comes is that the things you hoped for and dreamed for, the manifestations, they are happening, and you don't have to lift a finger. You're just doing some very easy type of habits, like the 3-6-9 manifestation method, like positive affirmations to yourself, like when you're stirring your coffee or your tea, you're stirring milk or sugar into it, some sort of supplement, you're stirring it and thinking to yourself, allow for this tea, for this water, for this magical elixir that I'm making to strengthen me, to make me healthier, happier, wealthier, and more myself than ever before. And you're manifesting this into reality in this simple yet daily habit and practice. The Queen of Swords tells us here that you're going from accepting BS excuses and BS things that people are saying to you to actually asking them, hey, what did you actually mean when you commented on my outfit? What did you actually mean when you said my relationship wasn't that serious? What did you actually mean when you said you have to work way harder than I do? Can you explain that? And when you call people who are kind of narcissistic or give you backhanded compliments out on it in this nice but still very direct way, they don't know what to say. They're baffled. They're like, oh my God, I never expected to be called out in this way. And when you don't accept people treating you in a way that you don't want to be treated, what happens is that all of a sudden, group number 2, and we'll use our pendulum to receive these remaining messages about this, all of a sudden your circle becomes smaller. Your circle becomes smaller, but stronger. You have less people around you, but the right people. People who truly root for you, who don't just say that they love you, but they show you. Who don't just say that they care about you and then ghost you, or show you that actually it was just words. No, people who actually open doors for you. I'm getting here with the King of Water and the Queen of Swords, a combination of someone in your life who is emotionally intelligent and speaks up for you is what's coming next, is this big change. If you're already in a committed relationship, you will be positively surprised at how your partner is standing up for you in a way that they haven't before. If you are currently single, group number 2, I want you to know that this means you have a protector coming into your life who will speak up for you. I'm getting a lawyer. I'm getting someone who works in the medical field who's very well educated and intelligent. I want us to delve a little more deeply into the placement of this person. Okay, so we have, guys, I'll do another close-up, but we landed on Scorpio. Remember how the King of Water was a water sign. The King of Water was a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. This is confirmation, group number 2, that this is a Scorpio, if you were wondering what sign that this person is. If you wanted to know precisely what sign this person is and you wanted clarity about this individual, let's add some more info into your reading with our astro dice. Alright, so here we have got Mars. Mars is the planet of aggression and of putting yourself out there in a very assertive manner and of competition. Scorpio and Mars is the most intense energy that there is. And I want you to know here with Scorpio and Mars that what this means is that this person would fight for you. This person would unalive for you. This person would do anything for you, group number 2. And they're not just saying it. It's not just a feeling. It's really, really true. It's a type of person where if you're, for example, at the altar about to get married to someone that you shouldn't be marrying, they're the one who will tell you, look, if you don't want to do it, I'll save you from this situation. We'll go out the back door. No one needs to know. I'll just tell people that you're not feeling well, and they will save you out of any situation that you feel stuck in. Let's move more deeply into your reading. Ooh, we've got a proposal. So group number 2, speaking of marriages, I want you to know here in the proposal that a romantic or business opportunity is indicated coming soon as a change. And the more you have people in your corner where you can make mistakes and they will save you out of it, the more confident you actually feel to say yes to this proposal, because you know that when it feels right, you can wholeheartedly say yes, but you can also change your mind at any time, and there aren't going to be negative consequences, which means you can just enjoy the moment. In the proposal, I can see that there are two different people merging, coming together, creating a life that they deserve. And in celebrations, obviously, we have a wedding. We have what naturally comes after the proposal. The whole point of the proposal is to then celebrate during a wedding. You are ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. And if you're already married, this is the birth of a new business idea. This is the birth of you creating something worth celebrating. And you're bringing new, exciting things into your life as a big change because you feel confident that it will be a success. And I get a lot of questions about, will I be successful as an entrepreneur? Will I be successful in my job? Will I get the promotion? Will I be able to pass the test? Will I have a great romantic relationship? The answer is, it begins with you, group number 2. It begins with you honoring what you deserve and only saying yes to what feels right. You don't have to justify your emotions to anyone. Remember, people who make you justify your actions and your emotions are not your friends. They are not in your corner. They don't want what's best for you. Even if people say they love you, they care about you, they want you to be happy, look at how they act. If their actions actively make you unhappy, and you've told them, but they keep acting in a way that you have now informed them makes you unhappy, they keep doing it, they are just talking. It's just hot air. It's empty words, empty promises to keep you attached and to keep you believing. But you can free yourself by looking at the actions and basing your decisions on people's actions. The Seven of Wands tells me that the more you just believe what you see and what is done, the better your life gets. Because in the past, when you've made too many excuses and given too many chances, you felt like you had a lot of potential to invest into yourself, and you gave it to someone else. And now, instead of doing that, you're first investing in yourself, and then when you have anything left over, you give it to people who deserve it. The Seven of Wands shows here that it's a time for you to take what you want. The rabbit shows that you are very caring towards creatures, animals, and also babies and kids who need help, who need support, who can't care for themselves. But you're not treating them in the same way as you treat fully capable adults. And the Seven of Wands shows that this gives you so much more energy and time because you are axing out the narcissists and the people who only know how to take from you. Now, the Queen of Swords confirms this independent woman, independent man, independent person type of energy. Regardless of who you identify as, group number 2, the Queen of Swords tells us that you're looking at an intelligently structured future. You will invest in multiple streams of income. You will make sure that your job is secured and that you have a retirement plan in place where you can lean back and enjoy your life. The Queen of Swords also shows you've learned from past mistakes in relationships that you are not repeating, not for any cost, not for any price, regardless of how good something may look or how nice someone may sound. They have to prove it. They have to show through action. You believe it when you see it. And on that note, group number 2, I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then we'll move more deeply into your reading to get more intimate details about what's coming next into your life. Don't lift a finger, don't do a single thing, group number 2. Just continue to relax and lean back as we delve even more deeply into these messages from the universe that you are meant to receive right now. So I'll be right back with you to dive even more deeply into your reading. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. Welcome back to your reading about the next big changes that are coming toward you. Let's move even more deeply into your prediction, shall we, and see what the universe needs you to understand right now and to know about these big changes. So next up, we've got the Magician, and the Magician, in case you didn't know, Magician tells us that the big change coming for you is synchronicity and then manifestation. You'll see synchronicities such as the number sequence 111, which is an angel number, and then instantly something will manifest. You will see 111, instantly someone's going to talk to you because you've been manifesting love. You will see 111, instantly you will get that email for a new job opportunity or client opportunity because that is what you have been thinking of manifesting. The Priestess shows here that because you are someone who keeps a lot of their thoughts to themselves, you might sometimes feel like everything is just too much and like you just want a break. So I see that when your manifestations seem to just be coming true like that, like at the snap of your fingers, it feels so relaxing, it feels so great, it's such a nice change from what you're used to, and you feel like you finally get to relax. Like you were the one who always had to work hard, who was in the hamster wheel, who felt as though you could never catch a break or no one came along to give you a break, and now finally you are being provided with a break. The Five of Wands tells me here that literally your time of frustration and opposition is what you're clearing out through these manifestations. Right now, as you're receiving this reading, perhaps you're still in a phase of feeling like there's a lot of opposition, there's challenges, there's things that you're dealing with that you don't want to deal with, but that's coming to an end as all of your focus is going to lie on creating, manifesting, and also not always keeping everything to yourself, but starting to speak up. Next, we received the Success card for you, group number 2, which makes it really clear that the next big change is, in fact, success. It's success and you actually feeling successful. Because there are a lot of people who are considered successful, but they don't feel successful. Maybe you have a few thousand followers on social media, which is actually really successful. The first few thousand are the hardest, but you don't feel it. Maybe you have a degree, you have a stable job, and you're actually doing life pretty well, but you don't feel successful because you've compared yourself. And I want you to know here, it's unlikely that you will be taking steps back. You're just going to become more and more successful. What you have in your life now is just going to get bigger, it's going to get better, it's going to be more impressive. And I want you to know that if you're afraid of taking steps back, that is really unlikely, because once you've reached a certain level and you have acquired skills and knowledge that nobody can take away from you, there are no steps backward that you are going to take, but keep taking action to avoid staying stagnant or feeling like you're not that successful. Taking action is literally the cure to procrastination, to excuses, even to fatigue. Sometimes when I'm feeling very, very tired, group number 2, I just get dressed and I go out and I work from a cafe, I reply emails, I do readings, I do psychic readings, I take action by going out and shifting my energy rather than staying in the same place. Because especially if you work from home or you have a job that is remote, it is always depicted as this aspirational thing online, like work from anywhere in the world, but a lot of us then we end up staying stuck in a space where we feel stuck, like you're always in the same environment, you're in your same room, your same house, your same desk, and getting out of the space that you know shifts your energy and it encourages you to take action. It pushes you to take action. Just even changing your environment, it can be the push that you needed to do something differently, to take action, and to move forward finally. I see here within the Devil that thoughts of, oh, I don't deserve this, or I shouldn't go out and spend money on coffee or matcha or gas, or I should just stay home and work really hard. But what has that done for you, right? The Devil is a reminder to not stay chained in old patterns, because it created the life that you know, which is something we're thankful for. But when you're ready for more, you have to break the chains of the known. You have to do something differently. You have to break the habits that you currently have and do new habits. Here within the Four of Coins, there is a message for you that's very important, and that's don't be afraid of investing in yourself. Investing in yourself is the best investment that you will ever make. It's the best investment for you always, all the time. The Four of Coins shows us that when you invest in yourself, it's the most solid investment, because if you're healthy, you can work. If you can't work, there's no way you can have any income. If you invest in yourself and you educate yourself more, you become intelligent. That means you choose better partners, you do better at your work. And if you don't do that, then your options become smaller or limited, or you make worse choices for yourself. So investing in yourself will always end up in more happiness, more abundance, more love that you deserve, and more of a life that you dream of. Now, the Queen of Wands is a symbol of being unafraid to take what you want, to invest in yourself, and don't care about if other people say, oh my God, but that's so crazy that you spent so much money on this thing for yourself. Okay, that is their reality. That is how they feel about themselves. They would have maybe not gotten that beautiful coat or invested in the cooking class. They would have maybe not invested in the vacation or in getting their nails done or in getting the surgical or non-surgical procedure. But that is not your problem. They would maybe not invest in therapy, but you value yourself more, and not comparing yourself to others is important. Not taking advice from someone whose life you don't want is important, group number 2. As I see here in the Ace of Cups that there's a new beginning coming for you, a new beginning in how you feel about yourself, a new beginning in how you feel about the world and life and love. The Ace always represents a fresh start because it means number 1. Ace means 1. And the Ace of Cups shows us here that a new beginning is something you initiate by taking action. You make the new beginning when you act. You create new opportunities for yourself when you go out and get them, when you put yourself in positions where you can receive new opportunities. And I want you to know here, in toxicity, toxic relationships, they can drain your energy and self-worth. Be aware. Be aware of this, group number 2. There's a reason why it's showing up within your reading, why toxicity is part of the messages that you're meant to receive. And some messages are here to protect you. They're here as a reminder that actually you made the right choice by cutting off that guy that kept giving you hope, that kept coming in and out of your life whenever he wanted. So you would think that you're this couple, that you're going in the right direction. He's so committed and he would say all the right things. He would even act in the right way. Then from one day to the next, he would turn ice cold. He would start ghosting you and all of a sudden not talk to you for days or weeks. Let them, but don't let them back in, because the most dangerous type of man and person is the one that comes into your life, makes you attached, then leaves you to figure out your emotions, to cry, to be unhappy, to be sad, to figure it all out by yourself. And then they come back whenever they feel like, or whenever their new fling didn't work out. And when you let them back in, you show them that you don't value yourself and that you accept this behavior, and then they repeat it. And that's what creates toxicity. But you don't have to accept toxicity. You don't even have to have it as part of your relationship. And I see here within long distance that if there's someone you really like, and it would be a long distance relationship, the fact that they're not a toxic person, love knows no distance. It transcends time and space. So when you weed out all the toxic people, even if a relationship is long distance or a temporarily long distance marriage, it's okay, group number 2, because you have someone that you know values you and values your individuality. Be wary of possessive partners. Maintain your individuality. So for some reason, group number 2, this card is coming up, and I'm feeling that it might be because you actually secretly feel pretty comfortable with someone who is slightly possessive. Not in a crazy manner, but just a little bit. And we all want to feel cared for and loved and have someone who is like slightly jealous over us, like in a healthy, cute way, like, aw, they're so jealous. That's sweet that they care. But I do see that you have to be careful to make sure that you don't allow anyone who's too possessive to take away that spark in you. Okay, remember that. I see here within the twin flame, group 2, Trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. You've got a twin flame, you've got a perfect person out here for you because you're kind, you're caring, you're generous with your time and your energy. You will have multiple relationships until you find the one. That's why you've got these messages of individuality and toxicity, basically telling you what to protect yourself from and what to watch out for. And if you have a weird feeling about someone, trust the gut feeling. You're right, group number 2. Don't question it. The gut feeling is there for a reason. And then act on it, okay? Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to distance yourself from someone that you get weird vibes from, because the more you do that and the more experience you gather romantically and in making decisions, the closer you are to your forever person and your twin flame. That's what I'm getting here for you. Next up, we have the 8 of Wands for you. This shows alignment and progress that's coming next as a huge change. If you've been feeling really scattered, group number 2, it is because you just needed more alignment and you needed progress. You needed to be aligned with your future, and then you can make progress. When you don't see progress, it stresses you out, it makes you depressed. Progress is something you need. Whether it's with your fitness goals, whether it's with your work projects, whether it's seeing your finances grow, progress. I see that progress is really necessary for you to feel successful, group number 2. And in the 3 of Wands, I do want you to know here that there are a lot of opportunities that are just hidden in plain sight, which means opportunities all around you, but you're not seeing them because you're either ignoring them subconsciously or they just don't seem shiny and sparkly enough. But remember, taking an opportunity means that you are just taking another step forward. Not every job opportunity or every person will seem immediately like it's a gold mine or like it's your twin flame. But give opportunities around you a chance to unfold. Remember how you felt when someone got in touch with you and said, oh, you seemed cold, you didn't seem nice at the beginning, I wasn't really sure. But they gave you a chance to get to know who you truly were, and they said that once they got to know you, they realized your RBF, your resting bitch face, it's just a facade. You're actually the nicest, most sweetest, kindest person ever. And you might have been shocked, group number 2. You might have been like, wait, what? Like, I'm the nicest person ever. How could this person ever even think that I might not be nice to them? And I want you to do the same for the people around you, for even job opportunities around you. You might think it's nothing, but then it turns out to be a great success. So don't underestimate the opportunities that are spread all around you in your environment and in your life. Group 2, we have a few more messages to uncover. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back to guide you a little more deeply into your reading. You don't have to lift a finger or do a thing. You know, this healing self-care channel is here for you to relax and for you to feel safe. So simply continue to breathe deeply, and I'll be right back. And I'll be right back to channel even more messages from the universe about the next big changes that are coming for you. Hello, my gorgeous soul of group number 2. Let's delve even more deeply into the next changes that are coming for you, shall we? We've got the lion spirit and the stag spirit. So we have a lot of this leadership energy, stepping up and taking what you want. The lion spirit is also a sign of generosity. If you know a Leo, notice how they're a very generous person. They're actually someone who has a very soft core, who's a very caring, kind, nurturing individual. And I see here that you're attracting that because you are that, group number 2. The stag spirit says that you are meant to take the lead in this gentle, generous manner. Sometimes you underestimate what a great leader that you are, how many people actually want to be led by you, and also that you look good doing it. Just as the stag looks amazing with these adornments and its antlers, I want you to know here that for you, leading looks good on you. You look good in a suit, in a blazer. You look amazing when you're in a very simple outfit, but it's sharp, you know, it's bossy. I see within Coyote Spirit that there are some detours that have happened in your life that made you feel like maybe you weren't destined for so much greatness or such a big leadership role. But these are just little tests, well, sometimes bigger tests, group number 2, but You know what I mean by that. I am getting in the coyote spirit that you are being tested to see how sure you are of yourself. So sometimes you get tested and life gives you curveballs on your path for you to say, no, 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 I deserve this. And transformation is beautiful. I don't need to remain the same as I was in high school and middle school. Of course, I've changed from my awkward phase where I didn't know how to dress or do my makeup or my hair. Of course, I'm different than from how people knew me 10 years ago. Of course, I have come to my butterfly stage from being a caterpillar, and I'm ready for new things. I'm ready to take the crown. We also have master number 11 in the butterfly spirit, which is a number of initiation, of going for it. And I do see, again, in all of these other little butterflies here, with you being at the center and the biggest one, you're meant to be a leader. You are meant to be the person that tells others what's happening and when it's happening. You are not meant to be a follower, group number 2. You never were. And I see here within the scarab beetle spirit that literally magic is something that you were born with. From the day you were born, perhaps even teachers told your parents that you were really mature for your age, that you were different, that you were a leader, like you were the kind of person who stood out during like playtime or during class. Even having moments where you had disagreements with teachers because you had a strong opinion and you wouldn't just let them quiet you, shut you down, or make you feel like your opinion didn't matter. Ooh, I do see here that what that did was make you feel like you had to wait to be successful because you saw other people who were just quiet, who didn't have an opinion, who didn't have a moral compass. It almost feels like they got ahead more quickly. But the thing is, you're building a legacy that is meant to last. You don't like to just kiss butt, group number 2, to get ahead quickly because it's not sustainable. You know you can't act and you can't pretend for a prolonged amount of time. So I do want you to know here that you being yourself, you being real, you being honest, and you sometimes even waiting your turn, that is the best thing that you could have ever done, because within the next few weeks, there's a big change coming for you. And I mean a change that is going to be life changing, that is going to completely revamp reality as you've known it until now. And within the next few weeks, this big change is going to do something in you, inside of you. It's going to make you feel so differently about life and so differently about everything that's happened until now. I want us to figure out exactly what that is, group number 2, and see what's coming within the next few weeks and why it was so important for you to go through this transformation, even from childhood until now, until this very moment. Let's see what we've got. We've got the 7 of fire reverse. The 7 of fire reverse tells us here that someone who didn't deserve the fame, the abundance, the position that they were in, they are leaving, which means that that spot is vacant for you. So whether you work a 9 to 5 or you're dreaming of having your own business or YouTube channel, I see that someone who was very successful in this space, in the niche, in the position that you're in, they're leaving. And that means that that is the perfect time for you to fill that space and that gap and that void that has now been created very easily, because people are going to like you without you needing to work super, super hard, because it was just very convenient timing for you to take over and for you to start your reign and your winning. I see that it is destiny, that things are made easy for you. Why do life on hard mode when you could be doing life on easy mode? And especially with romantic relationships too. I want you to know here within destiny, you were destined to be that person who comes in when things are good and ready. You are not meant to build with someone from the ground up who is then going to leave you eventually. You're not meant to be in a 50-50 builder relationship. You're meant to be in a 100-100 relationship. You bring yourself to the relationship with all of your character, with your care, your love, your nurturing, your energy. everything that you bring, and they do the same. And you are destined to be with someone who is already at 100, who isn't at 50 and needs you to bring the additional 50. No, they bring 100 every single time. And whatever you bring, it's abundance, it's overflow. It's you creating even more harmony with your person. And I see here within the 7 of water that what we've got for you is that you have so many options romantically. So many people wish that they could be with you. They're just waiting. I see that you've got people in your DMs, people who have your phone number that you're not even aware of at all because you never think about them. When you go out into your city and you're walking around, I see that people look at you and they stop, they stare. A little moment, they just wait, not in a creepy way. People don't want it to be obvious, but you definitely take other people's breath away for just a second with your energy, and they try to play it down and they try to play it cool so that they don't seem so staggered. And I see here within the 4 of earth that literally what this means is you have to be so careful who you allow into your life, who you allow around you, because you're a giver. You're a huge, huge, huge giver. And the thing is, givers don't know when to stop giving, which is a beautiful trait for you to have. But takers don't know when to stop taking. That's what you have to be aware of. That's what you have to be careful of. That's where you have to make sure that you protect yourself. And I want you to know here that a big change that's coming for you is literally you were destined for this next level where someone is leaving and you can enter, you can fill the space, you can do your thing and receive all of the rewards, all of the public recognition, the fame, the desirability that comes with it. And this is your destiny, group number 2. This is who you're meant to be. Your life is meant to be a life of success. Your life is meant to be an easy, fun ride, not just one in which you feel like, oh, you're struggling all the time. Let's see what additional messages we receive for you, group number 2, in form of letters. So we've got E, we've got D, and we've got B. Okay, bed. What's coming next is you're changing something about your bed. You're changing something about your bed, like the sheets, like the mattress, the frame. You're changing the position of your bed, and something in your bed, when you change it, is going to help you level yourself up. Because just think about it, we spend about 1/3 of our lives in bed. If you sleep 8 hours per night, that is 1/3 of your life that you sleep in bed. So if there's an area worth investing in your home, it's definitely making your bed and your bedroom really, really comfortable. So I also want you to know here, we've got Deb. So Debbie is a name, Deborah, someone in your life that can give you amazing advice on creating a warm, healing space in your bedroom, making your bed a healthy place to be on. I know that sounds so extra, a healthy place to be on, but yes, some mattresses have chemicals in them, and if you're lying on them all night for 1/3 of your life, it can make you feel fatigued. It can make you feel unnecessarily tired, like you didn't rest enough. It can be bad for your health. Or if your sheets are really old or you haven't washed them in a long time, you received your reading now, group number 2. When we're done here, like, go wash those sheets. Make sure your pillows are fresh. Make sure that if your pillows are old and it's not supporting your neck properly, what are you doing? Stop eating out. Stop investing in things that don't actually change your life for the better. Start investing in your bedroom, your bed, your sleep habits, things that help you sleep well at night. Your bed is very, very important, and your sleep habits are the recipe for your success. Now, group number 2, this is the reading that I received for you. You know what to do next. Go to your bedroom, tend to it. If you're not at home right now, write it down and make sure that you do that as soon as you get home. You will feel a world of difference. I promise you this. So group number 2, wherever you are on our gorgeous planet, know that I'm sending you so, so much love from Zurich, Switzerland, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings. Hello, my lovely soul of group number 3. You chose the Orion's Animal Tarot as well as the Amazonite Crystal in order to guide you to figure out what the next big changes are that are coming to you. This is the beautiful Amazonite Crystal in its baby blue color, and this is a stone that helps calm your nervous system. I'll just put it right up here for you, and that helps you make grounded decisions from a place of confidence. So let's get into your reading, group number 3, to figure out exactly what it is that is coming for you next and what big changes that you can expect. So we've got the Queen of Swords with this beautiful bird as well as the Ace of Swords. The Suit of Swords showing up 2 times shows that what's coming next is you using your intelligence to create a new reality for yourself. The Ace always represents a new beginning as it's the number 1, and the Queen of Swords shows you being in your queen energy, your achieving energy, the energy of being on your throne, staying on it, and saying what it is that you desire to happen next. So you're in your boss energy, group number 3, and it's a little bossy, but here with the Ace of Swords, it's very attractive because in the Swan, you have this elegant demeanor and way of being able to enter a room and immediately make everyone's head turn. We've got the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles next, so our birds continue, and we've also got a frog represented here from the Orion's Animal Tarot. Now, the King of Cups with the flamingo, it shows a very proud, very knowing what you're doing type of attitude. That's what I see in the King of Cups that comes next. You are most attractive when you're very clear about what you want, when you tell people your feelings, and when you don't hold back, when you don't hide yourself. The Ace of Pentacles is the ace of the element of earth, as Pentacles corresponds to earth. Earth means material things. Just as you can touch earth and dirt and so on, the Ace of Pentacles means everything that is tangible, everything you can touch with your hands. There's something new happening. That includes your body as well. There is change coming here. And I want us to see exactly what type of change that you can expect, group number 3. Let's step into this. We've got the Two of Swords. You can expect to be more sure of yourself. The Two of Swords shows there's 2 different options. There's indecisiveness, but you're not letting that get to you anymore. You're confident, you're secure. The Two of Swords shows that you are able to create this aura around you where people don't second guess you anymore either. So you're making new decisions when it comes to your career, and in the Page of Wands, I do see you're not afraid to start and try something new if it has the potential to blow up. So you're not afraid, for example, to start a YouTube channel, to start your own tarot business, your own crystal business, healing business, Reiki, yoga, because you know that you have the chance and the opportunity for it to blow up. The Page of Wands showing up in this bright orange while all the other cards had a dark background, it does tell us that is where you light up. When you see potential, it's like boom. You're a completely different person when you talk about something that inspires you, that you see potential in. The entire energy around you and in the room, it just shifts. And I want you to know here in the Page of Wands that you are an innovator. You are able to see things completely differently than anyone else. You are able to see things from a new perspective in a way that everyone else around you isn't able to see. So you are like the Steve Jobs of your friend circle. You are like the person that can create the new Apple, the new iPhone. You are like the creator of TikTok, of Instagram. You are this person that is creative, innovative, and you know how to use technology to your advantage. ChatGPT and being able to use apps to edit things, whether it's images, whether it's videos, I see that that comes really naturally to you to be successful in. But the most important thing, what will make the biggest change, is when you don't stop, is when you continue to keep going, even despite the fact that sometimes you might feel like they were setbacks. Sometimes you might feel like things are moving slowly, or like you don't have the followers that you would like, you don't have the numbers that you desire to see. But remember, when you do things in a smart and sustainable way, you don't need huge numbers immediately. You just need to make sure you don't stop. It's like when you're growing a following. The first 100 people are the hardest. The first 1,000 are the most challenging. Then you know how it goes and you just don't stop and things keep growing. If you're trying to start your own business, have a structure for recurring revenue in it, where when you have 5 new people that join every single month, that over time creates a really big ripple effect and exponential growth in your business. If it's about your health, remember a year from now, going from 5,000 steps a day on average to 10,000 steps a day on average, all of a sudden, that makes a huge difference. These little steps, but you can't stop. And I also see for your career, my 9-to-5ers, a year from now, if you don't stop and you keep going, you are going to have received way more promotions, way more income than you expected, but you can't stop, okay? Forgive yourself in the past for times where you started something, you tried a new creative project, you wanted to do something differently, but then you stopped because you got cold feet, because you were afraid, because you weren't sure. I do see here within forgiveness that it's time for you to look past some of the quote-unquote failures that you had, because they weren't failures. They were just moments where the universe wanted to teach you how to be a success. You guys see me shuffling alive. This is no coincidence. You received the success message. Next, group number 3. Success is the big change coming for you. Success is a feeling that regardless of how successful you are in a material or earthly realm, you really have to feel it in order for it to be true, right? It doesn't matter if other people call you successful if you yourself don't feel successful. And that's where I see big changes coming. That's where I see a sense of feeling proud of yourself, finally, feeling like, yes, I've done enough. And the King of Earth tells us here that you are attracting an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, a mysterious person as soon as you've hit this success, because it opens doors for you to be invited to other places. So you're invited to some really fancy events on your next level of success in your career. And when you're invited to these events, you will meet the King of Earth, because they themselves are quite successful in the earthly realm, in the tangible material realm. And I want you to understand that this success comes from a place of authenticity. So when you meet the King of Earth, they don't usually date or talk to anyone because they are worried that people only want them for what they can do. But with you, it's very different. And I do see here within the 4 of air that you have a very intricate mind. You make connections of things where other people don't see a connection. Like if someone is behaving weird and you noticed how last week they were so worried for anyone to see their phone, you make that connection very quickly that they're seeing someone new, or they're cheating, or they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. The 4 of air is symbolic of the fact that group 3, you're highly intelligent. You are the kind of person that can create logic where others just see chaos. And you read people like a book. And this didn't just come out of nowhere. It's come from the life experiences that you have had. And I do see here within the Ace of Earth that this also means that any new earthly venture that you start, whether you're selling a physical product, a service, or you want to level up in your career and you're ready for more income, more benefits, new coworkers, a new boss, I see here that when you start things with this vigor, with the past being filled with success, it's just up from there for you. So big changes that I see coming are fresh beginnings in the tangible, the earthly realm in your career, something new growing. So it's just going to be a seed at the beginning, but it's going to grow into a tree. As I see here in the 6 of water, you will be gifted in many ways, and quite literally a bracelet or a heart locket necklace is one thing that I see that you're receiving as a gift Perhaps it's even a family heirloom here with some pearls that you've gotten from a grandmother or a great-grandmother. It's going to come back up. It's like a lucky talisman. Wear it, group number 3. The message that I'm getting here is wear it. Because the thing with you is that sometimes you don't want to be too spiritual, crazy, woo-woo, and then you try to unsee synchronicities and patterns, but there's a reason why you've been given this pattern recognition. So we have Nam, and one thing that I'm getting here is that Mon means mine in French, so claim the heart locket, bracelet, and necklace as yours. Yes, it's meant to be yours. Even if someone said that it's not, it is yours. And then we have Moni, so Monica, Santa Monica. One thing that I want you to know here, particular names, I am also getting Mona Lisa, the painting, coming up in your life soon in a very random way, and you're going to remember this reading and you will think to yourself, yeah, it was very random, but Vanessa predicted it. The universe channeled this message for a reason. So that's one thing that is popping up for you as a big indicator of change. And the snake spirit means this is a time to heal. I know snakes are sometimes seen as a negative animal. You guys know that I own a snake. Her name is Venus. She's a ball python, a white one. And I want you to know here in the snake spirit, this means it's a time for you to shed old skin and a time for you to heal. You've done enough running around, enough working hard. You've done enough helping other people out. Now it's time for you to heal yourself. Now it's time for you to take care of your needs. Now it's time for you to shed the old skin and step into the new. And group number 3, we have more messages that the universe has for you. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clear and cleanse the space, and then I'll be right back so we can delve even more deeply into your reading. As usual, you don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to do a thing. Simply continue to lean back, relax, and enjoy your psychic prediction as we delve even more deeply into the next big changes that are happening for you. Welcome back, my beautiful soul of group number 3. We are just manifesting some positive energy into this part of your reading as we delve even more deeply into the next big changes that are coming towards you. So let's see what our spirit guides, what the universe has to say about what's coming next as a huge change for you, group number 3. So I'm just shuffling your tarot deck for you for us to figure out exactly what is happening next as a big change. We have the 3 of Feels and the 7 of Swag. So I see that coming up, you're going to be wearing matching couples outfits. It could quite literally be a costume because you're invited to a party where there is a dress code. And the 7 of Swag shows us that you're working hard and you're partying hard. What comes as a big change here is that you don't usually do the couples outfits type of thing. Maybe you're even single and having someone to do this with is the big change. But I do want you to know here in the 7 of Swag and the 3 of Feels, it is a very work hard, play hard type of time next. The Ace of Vibes shows us that even just a microdose of coffee, a microdose of something that you wouldn't usually have is going to make you feel like you're on top of the world. But beware of the roller coaster of emotions, and of course make sure that anything you're putting into your body is a substance you don't usually have, whether it is coffee, whether it's drink, whether it's having some sort of spirit, perhaps you're even considering having plant medicine. You can do it and you're fine with it. Sometimes a natural kind of boost is helpful. It can get rid of a lot of pent-up emotions and anger when you have a form of release. But be careful, know yourself. If it's something you've never tried, you're literally thinking of traveling to South America to do traditional plant medicine, for example, just have a little first. Remember, you can always up the dosage. You can always have more, but start with a micro dose. The universe is saying it's really important if you're not used to these things. For example, I had coffee for the first time a couple weeks ago after not really drinking it for years, because I'm not a coffee drinker, but I just wanted to try it. And to me, I was on 1,000,000 miles an hour and I really should have just had a microdose. So be very, very conservative with what you put in your body, especially if you are, for example, plant-based or you're not used to it. The Two of Thoughts is about you feeling like there's so many options and you're like, to be honest, I don't even know. I'm not even sure what to do next. So I do see here that for you, the next change is about making decisions. And right now, the decision to be healthy. And in correlation to the Ace of Vibes, now you know. So before you would have been unsure, are you being too conservative? Is a microdose even going to do anything? But now you know. There is a reason why this has showed up within your reading, and it's to remind you that despite the fact that a lot of things are normalized, whether it's spirits, whether it's smoking, whether it is plant medicine, not everyone can take it. We have to still remember that our bodies are sensitive and that our bodies have their own ways of functioning and working, and it's best to be very gentle with yourself, especially when you're not sure and you don't know. I do see here within attraction, you are attracting the right person at the right time into your life. For those of you who are single, what this means is, of course, attracting your soulmate at the right time. Those of you who are already committed, attracting the right person at the right time into your life can mean attracting a new boss, a new coworker, a new person into your life that you have a platonic relationship with. It can be the perfect therapist. It can be someone that tells you the truth about your partner if you've been going through a hard time, romantically speaking. That will give you closure. I see attracting the right person at the right time gives you closure, because not all connections are meant to be, except closure. That's the message we're getting here. When you attract the right information at the right time, accept what you know and move on. I see here within closure that a door is closing for good, and this is someone that would never do a couple's costume with you. If you're in a relationship and certain needs of yours aren't being met, the person that you're with would never do a couple's costume, or they would never gift you flowers, they would never take you out to the places you want to go, or you feel you're in a 50-50 relationship that isn't serving you. I want you to know here that that should be the closure that you need to understand that perhaps you will not pour so much into this relationship anymore. Or perhaps you're okay with the fact that it never worked out, because how would that have continued? Because I do see here in the twin flame, trust the magnetic pull of your twin flame. It will guide you towards them. You've got a twin flame in this lifetime, group number 3, that you're meant to be with, you're meant to meet, you're meant to be in a relationship with them. I do see here within the twin flame, there is this magnetic pull to another person that seems like they are a twin, but you're still different in all the best places. So you're very, very similar, which makes you compatible, but then you have, for example, the polarity of masculine and feminine, and that is what keeps you together. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. I do want you to know here that the right person is someone that you can be in a room with, not say a word to, and it feels good. It feels comfortable. It doesn't feel awkward at all. Actually, it's the only person that you would want to be with, even when you don't want to talk to anybody that day. I do also see here for you in Together that you're the kind of person who doesn't need flashy, extravagant things. You're happy with just being with your person. You're happy with simple pleasures of being with the person that you care about so, so much. And I do want you to know that togetherness is a big change that's happening for any of my long distance girlies and boys out here. If you're dating someone and it's long distance, it's so hard. You will be together and you'll have the closure of the fact that yes, your relationship was meant to be and it was worth waiting. Next up, we have the Knight of Swords. You have a positive message coming to you. If you've been waiting for something, like for example, a visa to be approved, a new home, to move for your career or for love, for a relationship, The Knight of Swords brings positive news. It brings very kind of cutthroat positive news in the sense of you won't have to worry anymore. It's just good news coming towards you, and you can move forward with your life, and all things are good. All things are working out. And the Ten of Swords shows that a period of overthinking, of feeling really confused, feeling like all you want is good news, all you need is someone to tell you it'll be all right, that's finally coming to an end. The number 10 in the suit of swords is a sign for overthinking coming to an end, and no longer feeling like you are constantly in limbo. You constantly don't know what's going on, and you can start a new chapter. 10 means we're done, we're finished, we're on to the next. Big change has happened, it's come, and we're ready for the next chapter. That's what I'm getting here. And the 10 of Swords for you, especially after the Knight of Swords has appeared, after the Knight of Swords is bringing in with quickness this email, this phone call, this form that has been completed. The Queen of Wands tells me here that there's someone close by to you. So this is a woman. This is a woman who's an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and she keeps changing her mind. And I see that this woman is like disturbing your peace. Group number 3. Who is she? Is she a mother-in-law? Is she your mom? Is she your sister? I'm getting more motherly energy, like mother-in-law, mom age. And she's just disturbing your peace, and she's intervening into your relationship life, your private life, and it's really annoying, and it's really disrupting the flow of you being happy in your relationship. And I'm getting here in the Page of Wands, like what this person really needs is for you to give them some Page of Wands energy, which is the same energy they're giving you, kind of a little sassy, but in a playful manner, reminding them that they're a little too old to be behaving this way. Like, don't you think during this day and age, don't you think in this modern day and age, you shouldn't be commenting on other people's bodies or relationships? Don't you think you're a little too advanced for that? You know a little too much about life to make those comments? Just putting this person in her place gently but effectively, and with just making it clear to her that she needs to pipe it down. I see here within the Hermit that the thing for you is you would rather be alone than be with people that you can't trust, who give backhanded compliments, who make it hard for you to focus on your work, the things that you want. The Hermit is symbolic of you taking time away from the world and just being by yourself. That's what I see here within the Hermit. You're by yourself. You're by yourself so you can hear your own thoughts, and you're tired of people wanting things from you. As I see in the Five of Swords, it's like everybody always wants something from you. Everybody always need support, they need time, they need energy, they want part of your abundance. And it's like in the Five of Swords, you just want peace and quiet. And when you find an equal who knows what that feels like, it is like a match made in heaven, because now two givers have found together, and you're not with someone who just wants to take, who just wants your softness, your care, your loyalty, and your love without giving anything in return. You've had too many of those. Within the youth, I can see you have a baby face, group number 3. You have a youthful appearance, a youthful energy, a bubbly energy. You will be forever young. You will always look really good for your age, and you'll always be able to compete with people 10 years younger than you without a problem. And I do want you to know here in the youth that you are teaching the youth. So you either have a lot of people coming that will be under you in your career that you're teaching, or outside of your career, having kids, having people that you lead, and showing them the way. You're showing the youth exactly how they can get ahead without wasting time. And I want you to know that it is your destiny to be a leader of the youth. It is your destiny to protect the youth, to guide the youth, to show those younger than you a better way of living, especially troubled teens, people who are struggling. I see that that's where you really excel. That's what you're really good at, because you have a really big heart, group 3, and you Don't put yourself on a pedestal. You see, everybody is equal. And that's also why you are attracting a person who loves everything with philanthropy. That's what I see you doing later down the line in your life. You are doing things that are very philanthropic. It suits you. It's amazing for you, group 3. So we have a few more messages that are coming towards you, and I'm going to clear and cleanse the space now so we can move more deeply into your reading. As per usual, group 3, you don't have to lift a finger, you don't have to do a thing, and then I'll be right back to guide you even more deeply into your reading. Hello, group number 3. Welcome back to your reading. Let's move even more deeply into the upcoming changes coming for you. All right, we've got the number 11 and flowers. So you are receiving flowers. You will have flowers in your home. And this is a symbol of being generous. Success and emotional fulfillment are yours. That is the sign of the flower and what the flower means. Keeping flowers in your home is actually said to attract more success and more abundance and more emotional fulfillment. So next time you want to skimp out on buying yourself the flowers or simply asking for the flowers, remember that that is you pouring into yourself and into future abundance. Next, we've got the Fool. The Fool in tarot corresponds to the number 0. Here we've got the number 12 because this is an oracle deck. And in this message, the Fool means to have the courage to embrace change. Take risks and be adventurous. I do want you to know here within the Fool that this is a time for you. On an adventure, group number 3, book the flight. We've got our trusty canine companion here next to you, and you looking into the future, filled with energy, filled with this vibe of anything being possible for you in the best sense. And I see here within the Lovers that traveling also means you will meet someone that you will have a love affair with. There are 2 paths ahead. Be true to yourself. So I'm getting a love triangle too. Those of you who are in a committed relationship or marriage, just because you're in a marriage doesn't mean that nobody is interested in you or that nobody will try to make an advancement towards you. Just because you are in a committed relationship doesn't mean that that is going to stop anyone from telling you that you're attractive, telling you that they would like to be with you. I see here within Beware and the number 3 that your angels want you to know to be careful who you trust at this time, especially if you're in a relationship that is going well or you want to continue to go well. Just know that another person flattering you, it's nice, but beware of the fact that you don't want to jinx it with your current relationship for someone you don't really know who could also be love bombing you. Beware when you are dating as a single that love bombing does exist and that there are some people out here who like to play games and they're only happy when they're playing games in love. So don't give your heart to anyone. Keep your heart to yourself until someone has actually proven that they deserve to have it. Beware of people who want you to be uncomfortable. Beware of anyone that makes you feel like something is off about them. Your intuition is warning you for a reason. Within faith for you, group number 3, it's time for you to have faith in the future. It's time for you to have faith in yourself and where you're going and your path, and in the fact that steady, continuous progress will always beat quick ups and quick highs, because those often result in very quick and low lows. Have faith also that your intuition is not leading you astray. Connected to Beware in the Chameleon, I do want you to know that when you feel someone is lying, yes, you are right, group number 3. You're feeling that for a reason. Beware that when you feel someone is kind of being strange or has a strange energy, you're right, they're a narcissist. They're someone who doesn't have your best interest at heart, and stay away from these individuals. I see here within the 6 of Water that you have so much to give and you're such an abundant person, which is why often people are very drawn to you. I see here within the 6 of Water that for you, You have this naturally warm aura of generosity and of being a giver, and that attracts other givers, but you also attract energy vampires and takers. And the main thing is to just keep them out. The main thing is to just make sure that you focus on only keeping givers around you so you can all pour into each other's cups. Envision that. Envision that in a literal way of you pouring into people's cups and they're pouring into yours. Next, in the King of Water, we have a very strong Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy in masculinity that's coming next. So this is coming as a big change because this person was needed in your life. And I mean, a man that makes you feel protected, that makes you feel heard, that makes you feel seen, and that steps up to the plate. If you have an estranged father figure, that is who's coming back. If you feel like your relationship, your partner has dropped the ball on those different traits, they are going to step up to the plate. I want you to know in the King of Water, we have protective, father healing energy. And I know this might sound weird, but sometimes that also happens through our romantic partners. You are attracted to the type of person you're attracted to in love and romance, also based on the relationship that you had with your father or lack thereof, based on the loves, the joys, and the disappointments that he caused you. And the King of Water shows us here that you're healing the traumas, you're healing the parts of you that are bruised or that feel like there's a void and an emptiness. I see here within the Fool, which, remember how I told you when we received the Fool the first time around here in this oracle deck, how it corresponds to 0 in the traditional tarot. Well, this is a tarot deck and we received the Fool. It's almost like we spoke it into existence now, didn't we? And we've got this egg cracking open with this turtle in it, which, in case you haven't noticed, in Faith we had a turtle as well. Now we have the turtle showing up a second time, which is a symbol for taking things slowly, especially new beginnings, especially eggs that are just cracked open. Taking new projects slowly but steadily, growing consistently, and also even going to the gym, getting your daily steps, doing the dietary changes that make you feel like you're increasing your health. Do so step by step, bit by bit. Don't force yourself. Don't make yourself do anything more quickly than you're actually comfortable doing. As I see here in the 3 of Pentacles, collaborate with yourself, okay? Work with your body, work with your energy levels, work with every single trait that has been given to you by the universe or God, regardless of what you believe in, just what has naturally been given to you, your intelligence, your patience, your creativity, work with it, not against it. The 3 of Pentacles shows us these 3 ants that are working together, which also tells you that if you want to build something great, don't be afraid to ask for help. Group 3, I don't know who needs to hear this, but a lot of you in group number 3, you feel like you're a burden. What I'm hearing is that you don't want to ask for too much. You don't want to make people feel like they have to take care of you or that you're incapable of dealing with your own things. You don't want to be a burden and to cause others emotional hardship because you know what it feels like when that's put on you. I'm getting in the 3 of Pentacles that being taken care of is something that you still need to learn, group number 3, and that you can still become a little better at. It's the receiving, it's the being taken care of, it's the ability to lean back and relax as someone else does something for you. I see here within the Hermit for you that there is this time of secrecy that you're going through where you're doing your own thing before you pop back up on social media or in real life. And people think to themselves, oh my goodness, what happened? You went through a real glow up. The Hermit shows that you are introverted in many ways that make you take a step back when you feel like you need some self-care and you need some time to yourself. The Hermit shows that it is important for you to have space to do your own thing. Otherwise, you feel like you're being suffocated. As the Hermit shows that time alone is healing. Time alone gives you the ability to be creative. And the Hermit is a message that it's time for you now to take time away from the world, even to just go nap and sleep. You might even be really tired as you're receiving this reading. And you might be thinking of, should I take a nap, or should I have a snack and then take a nap? Should I have a nice beverage of my choice and then go sleep? And the message that I'm getting here for you is that relaxation is something you need to hear. It's allowed. It's good, group number 3. Take it. You don't have to have permission to relax. You don't need anyone to tell you, oh, you deserve it now. You always deserve it, group number 3. Next up, we have got the Page of Cups. So within the Page of Cups, I do want you to understand that what we've got for you next is a fresh beginning after you've rested. So for my singles, this means new connections coming towards you, new lovers. For those of you who are in a committed relationship, we've got renewed romantic love. And I do want you to know here within the Page of Cups that what this also invokes is a feeling of being excited, a feeling going out, having fun, going to new restaurants, new bars, new places that you've never been in before. And I want you to know here, this fresh beginning, this new start, it's connecting you to people that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to meet, group number 3, and it's very healthy for you. Your guides are trying to say to you, keep the ball rolling, because social butterfly you is thriving. Social butterfly you wears the best outfits, feels so confident, and is in their winning era. So I want you to know a big change that's coming for you is when you start to notice, wait a minute, I'm dressing differently, I'm going to new places, I'm being kind of fearless, and I'm not afraid to book the flight, to go on the vacation, to go to this new part of town, even if I do it alone, even if I don't always have someone by my side, because I do get here that doing things alone is important too. And I do want you to also know, when it comes to your work, the people that you're working with, they can feel the change, they can sense the change. And especially when you pull away or you pull back here within the Hermit, I do want you to know that they will be wondering what you're doing. They will be wondering if you're planning your next level up, if they should be worried that they will be replaced. So be conscious of who you share your level up progress with or your level up plans. Not everybody needs to know, because what people don't know, they can't destroy and they can't mess with. But some people might also be a great support system to check in on you and say to you, hey, how are you doing? Can I bring you something to eat? Can I do something for you? Can I be there for you? And that's one thing that I can see that, again, don't feel like a burden, group number 3. Make use of the fact that you have amazing people in your life who want to do that, amazing people in your life who deeply care about you. And there's a reason they're there, and there's a reason they were gifted to you, and you were gifted to them. So being in one another's lives, being authentic about what you need, speaking up, saying what you're going through, it's all going to help you to only have the best changes, and that when you're going through change, you're supported, you feel loved, and you feel cared for. Now, group number 3, this is the reading that I received for you, and I hope that you found it insightful. If you watched your reading all the way to the end, leave a flower emoji below to let me and others know that you were here and you received your entire reading, group number 3. Wherever you are on this gorgeous planet, I'm sending you so much love, and I can't wait to connect with you during one of our upcoming readings.